Hi, friends. It's Wednesday, probably. I'm here, you're here. Welcome. Hi. Hello, Eridan. Hello, Be Hope Podcast, Pinball Princess, Mike, Ann, Steffer, Shannon. Hello, Augie, Falling Hoshi. Hello. Hi. Hi. Anne is here. Hello, Takara and Charlie, Marissa. Hello, Tania, Megra, Forsaken Fallen, Rebellious Comet. Hello, Charlie. We're not protesting Twitch as far as I know. I'm simultaneously broadcasting to Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. So if you see me on a simultaneous platform, that's why. Author Chris, hello. Hi, I'm sorry I'm a little bit late. It seems like, yes, good. Mike, it looks like you're journaling tonight. It looks like it's been a week for you. It looks like people are going through some stuff here in the chat. Mike says, I would rather really write, but I think I have to get rid of the negative feelings. Yeah. And it might not take as long as you think, or maybe it will. Maybe it'll take the whole time that we're creating together. Whatever you need, Mike. Oh, Meg, I love that. Here, I'm going to wave at you again. Hi. You can wave back at me if you want. I'm feeling the love. It's good. Hi, Annie. It's good to see you. Ooh, yeah. Podcast that you just discovered and realize it hasn't updated in a year. Yeah. And you had a rough start to your week as well. Yeah. Oh, it'll take the whole time. Okay. Mike, please know that we're here with you. Yeah, we're here with you. We're here with you. Journaling is such a great way to get in touch with what you're feeling and process it and just really understand where you're coming from. Marissa, hi. Yes, it has been a week. Glad to relax and create with you, wonderful folks. Well, same back to you. Oh, no. Anne says a bunch of people got laid off at work. Yikes. Behind on my nano word count. Need to get some writing done. Good. Forsaken Fallen. Sounds like you're taking some very much needed time off. That is wonderful. Oh, good. Had a really calming day after a hugely stressful past few weeks. Yes. JC Fabs, hello. Augie, you are podcasting tonight. I love to hear that. Augie says, I published the first teaser episode of my new show yesterday after an existential crisis last week. Can I tell you I understand? Yes. Now working on episode 2 tonight. Augie, I love to hear that. If you guys have not yet subscribed to Augie's Attic, please do that. There's so many people in this community who have podcasts. I know Tim has Omen. Damien has Cybernautica and Hanapocalypse. Allie has Dining in the Void. I'm sure I'm missing a ton of them. Steffers has Spectre, which is coming out. Good. Submitted it to Tribeca. I love that. Plowing through recording and take selection. My cast announcement was really well received earlier this week. I love to hear it. Good. People seem to be excited about the show, and that's fueling my engines this week. Yes. Good. Oh, I feel that. My brain feels like it's in a cotton candy machine, says Rebellious Comet. Yeah, I think I know what that feels like because I think mine's right in there with you. Yeah, momentum crashed. Yeah, after finishing the first draft of your children's book on Saturday. Yeah, that crash comes sometimes. Oh, is there a new font? There might be a new font. StreamYard has been rolling out a lot of changes. That might be one of them, or it might look different to me than it does to you. Who knows? Who knows what we're even doing here? Good. Tania says, I'm here tonight to get the writing done that I was supposedly doing earlier today, but instead I was Christmas shopping online. You know what? You got to do what you got to do. You have to live life, right? Writing is not a substitute for life. We have to live life. We have to buy Christmas presents. We have to go for walks in the rain. We have to get on a motorcycle and go buy hot dogs downtown. Like whatever it is that you need to do, got to live your life. And then you can write when you come home. Yes, get it, flesh out your brain so you don't obsess about what's happening. Yes, good, good, good. Oh, good. Chris says, thanks for introducing me to Lindsay. Good, good, good. I hope you guys work together. I hope things go well. Let me know how that goes. Good. Marissa says, Augie's streams have been a wonderful distraction. I know, Augie, I keep seeing your notifications come up on Twitch, and I just have not been in a space where I can come hang out. Oh, that's right. Yes, Alex has Ostium. Thank you, Tim. So yes. Okay, apparently it's a new font. Okay, I have not noticed. I will probably continue not to notice. Takara says, I'm trying a new genre tonight thanks to Augie. I love it. Takara, what genre are you trying? I love that. Oh, and those of you who are following along on Twitch, Augie has a create along spreadsheet here if you would like to contribute to that or check it out. Hey, Stephanie. Oh, wow. This is really big. Stephanie says, this is my first week I've returned to my book since COVID hit in 2019. So I'm looking forward to returning my creative thinking back on. Wow. Oh, that's so big. And how does it feel? Like, how do you feel to be returning to it? Like, also, we have a lot of Stephanies. We have like, we have 4 or 5 different Stephanies in the chat, which I kind of love. Oh, good. Chris says, I've started listening to Om and I like it. Love that. Yeah, Augie says, appreciate the love. Yes, yes. Jimmy, this is not, oh my gosh. Jimmy says, I have a podcast called Jimmy's Ridiculous Life. We're about halfway through the 53rd season, and I'm really hoping for a new head writer. Jimmy, the head writer is you. Better storyline and some casting changes. Oh my gosh. Yes. To the lead characters' employers. Yes. Yes. And theme music. Good. Good. Stephanie says it's been rejuvenating. I love that. Oh my gosh. Steph. Yeah. Steph and Stephanie was a super common name in the 80s. Yeah. Right along with Tiffany, Sarah, Jennifer, Michael. Yeah. Takara, you're trying horror. I love to hear it. That's going to be really cool. Hey, Damien's here. Hey, friend. Hi. Oh, I haven't introduced myself. Those of you who are new, hi, welcome to the stream. I'm Sarah. This is my office. This is my cup of tea. I have a peppermint tea tonight. I have a very angry 19-year-old cat sleeping in a corner. I don't know if I can, I don't think you'll be able to see her, but when she comes out later, because she will come out later, we'll have her say hi to the camera. Let's see. What can I tell you? It's been a week. I actually got my newsletter done early today. And so tonight I'm going to be writing Girl in Space with you. I'm working on season 2 of the podcast. It's been going really well. I've been doing that for NaNoWriMo. And so instead of, working on a new project for NaNoWriMo, every day I'm just trying to put 500 words toward Girl in Space season 2. And I've been doing it for all of November. I missed a day or 2, I think. But yeah, the words are coming. Damien says, that'll stop people complaining on Reddit. I saw your yeah, I saw your comments on the audio drama thing. That it's really interesting, and thank you for posting that. And I haven't been able to read all of the responses yet, but I think that's really interesting. Hey, Davis is here. Hello. Hi. Oh my gosh, I love this. The Council of Tims is challenged by the rampage of Stephanies. Yes. Yes, rampage. Oh my gosh. Davis, I'm always glad to see you. Well, I'm glad to see each and every one of you here. Hi. It's not on the, Tim, it's not on the Girl in Space Reddit. I can link you. I'll just link you. But yeah, there's a lot of time. There's a lot of pressure. There's a lot going on. So, okay, I just had to send that link to Tim real quick. Because that's, it's priorities. Yeah. No. Good. Steffer says, I love a good rampage. Yeah. No, use me as an example anytime. Yeah. No, absolutely, absolutely. And, like, that's the whole thing with, like, being a visible writer creator is, like, people kind of like, "Oh, hey, Skit's here." People kind of look at your life, and they kind of just, like, assume that they know what's going on, and they make judgments. And they're not always fair, and they're very seldom true. But I like to be transparent when I can. So Damien, thank you for sharing that. I think that's really cool. Um, accidentally, oh, interesting. Jimmy accidentally wrote a poem this afternoon. Hmm. Was it a first draft in your brain? Did you write it down? Is it written down? Hmm. Sometimes my brain just can't help but think words. Um, like I'll just like wake up in the morning, my brain's already going, and I'm like trying to catch up. Like, hey, what's going on, guys? Did you leave someone behind? Um, yeah, I totally feel that. Yes, Aridin wants to know how you accidentally write a poem. Takara says, I don't know if my mind is twisted enough for horror, but I'll give it a try. That's all you need to do is just try. And especially if you're having fun. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'm like trying to figure out ways to like tell you how my life is going, and to give you some encouragement. It's been a good week. It's been a mixed week. I don't know. It's been good, but also it's been, I'm working on feeling my feelings. So there's been some emotions. Um, there's just a lot going on right now, like behind the scenes in my business and just in general. And then you kind of add that onto trying to like do my little baby version of NaNoWriMo, and it's a lot. Um, yeah. Interesting. Okay, so for Jimmy accidentally writing a poem, Jimmy says, I wrote it, did a quick edit to make sure it wasn't really dumb. No, it was mostly dumb, and then published it to my site. I think that sounds perfect. That's perfect. Okay, that's awesome. Davis says we had a Furby art show at work, and my coworkers were like, come up with a Furby poem on the spot. They then said that it was too creepy, but I write horror and they know that. Yeah, they were asking for that. And also, is it published somewhere because I want to read it? Yes, a Furby art show would demand horror, I would think. Um, Odyssey Online. I don't. Yeah, feedback is so hard. If anyone is familiar with Odyssey Online, let us know. Skid says, I started over my nano novel today for the fourth time. That's how it's going for me. I have so many thoughts about NaNoWriMo. And, oh, hey, Aubrey's here. Hello. So I love NaNoWriMo. I don't know if you can see behind me. I've got this poster. So you can see National Novel Writing Month, November. So this is like from one of the first NaNoWriMos I did. And NaNoWriMo is National Novel Writing Month. And it's basically you write 50,000 words throughout the month of November in sort of like a desperate marathon of production. And you just try to write a 50,000 word novel in a month. And it's ludicrous and silly. And really the whole point is to just say like, hey, just focus on dumping out words. They don't need to be good. Just get the story out. And like in that way, it's really good. But I think also it creates some. Well, Jimmy said it really well in his newsletter that went out this morning. So if you've read Jimmy's newsletter, it kind of like echoes really my thoughts on NaNoWriMo and how it can create some difficulties for writers and how it's not for everyone. So if you're not keeping up with NaNoWriMo, or if you find yourself in a place where you keep starting over, it's not a problem with you. And there's nothing wrong with you. You're not broken. And I know it's really, they added a thing on the NaNoWriMo website this year or at least I see it on my desktop version. I don't know what anybody else's looks like, but like when I go to my dashboard, over on the right-hand side of my dashboard is this thing where it shows how many words everyone else is writing. It'll be like, oh, your friend's over here. And oh, Sarah, you're the only person who hasn't hit this number yet. And I'm just calling it the shame panel. I'm sure for some people it's motivating, but for me, I just look at it and all I can feel is inadequacy. And I feel broken. I feel not as good as other writers. I feel like I can't, like, just like there's something wrong with me. Like Skid said, like I started over 4 times. Like that doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you. And just because I'm only writing like five or trying to write 500 words a day does not mean there's anything wrong with me. This is just what life looks like. This is just what life looks like. Mm. I'm going to put Davis's poem. Davis is upset because the formatting here in the comments like totally deleted all of the line breaks and stuff. I love this. Plastic eyes, dark and deep, stare at me. This furball covered animatronic waits and sits, waits and sits, waits and sits for me in the corner. It wants me to turn it on, but I know it will turn on itself. Oh, that's so good. That's so fun. Oh, I like the repetition of waits, waits and sits, waits and sits. I know it will turn on itself. And I like the wordplay there between like, you know, you turn on the toy versus it turning on itself, turning evil. I kind of love that. Anna's asking if anyone has ever felt like their momentum has hit the brakes after finishing the first draft of a project. Yes. And I think this is why a lot of creators work on more than one project at once, just so that like they can work on something else as they rebuild their momentum and motivation and enthusiasm for the first project. And this is also a really great time to fill up your creative well. So rediscovering inspiration, rediscovering why you wanted to start this project in the first place. If you can remember like something that inspired you to start writing this project, this first draft. So like maybe you saw a movie or a TV show or you read a book that really inspired you, revisit that movie or TV show or book, see if that sparks anything and really gets you going to write the second draft. So I don't know if that's helpful or not. Yeah. Tim says, I'm stuck between taking time off and refilling my well and organizing a billion little things for the marketing of Omen, and I can't do both. Yes. Well, you can't do both at once. You can do both. It's just, I think, up to you to like structure the time around what you need to do and then to like stick with that schedule. And I know that's rich advice coming from me because I'm terrible at planning, but it's my advice nonetheless. Hey, Brock Jazz is here. Good. I love that. Loving Nano since it's my first time doing it. Just a sucker for all the badges, bells, and whistles, but I'm doing it. It's the breakthrough to keep my writing on track. Yes, it's too easy to procrastinate. It really is. And so, like I said, for some people, NaNoWriMo is really the thing that they need to move forward. Like that's what helps them break the barriers that were holding them back. And for other people, NaNoWriMo becomes the barrier. And I know that was not the creator's intention. That was not what they intended. They wanted this to be a fun, kind of by the seat of your pants exercise and not for you to end up telling yourself that you're broken and terrible. Like, I know that's not their intention. Good. Currently pantsing it. You like that fourth attempt. Good. Move forward with it. Yes. I'm sorry, rebellious comment. I'm just imagining the section of your novel from last year. Oh, you're still fixing your first novel years later. Rebellious comment says, I removed a section that just said meat like 30 times. I can feel that. Yep. Yeah, this is something that I struggle with too. So Aubrey says, I keep thinking NaNoWriMo is good for me because the only time I really get a decent amount of writing done is during NaNoWriMo. But most of the time I don't even keep what I write. You know, in that case, like, yeah, it can still be good for you. I'm trying to like train myself to think that like there are no wasted words. And so even words that you write for a project that ultimately doesn't get published or just gets put into a drawer, you still learned in the creative process, and putting those words together, you still maybe learned something about what works, what doesn't work, what sounds good, what doesn't sound good. Sorry, there's a loud train. Toot toot, indeed. Hey, McMagic. I'm glad you're here. Suggested I check out your live to try help alleviate my block. Ooh, I would love to know more about your writing block and how we can help you break through that. Oh gosh, Shannon, thank you. Shannon says, I'm just going to take a moment to say thank you to all who are real about the struggles of being a creator. I would have quit 6 times over if it wasn't for the fact that I know I am not having a hard time alone. Yes. And I know there's a really fine line between me coming here and being like, oh, I struggled again today. I hate everything, right? Why are we doing this? Complaining. But then there's a fine line between that, but also just being realistic about like, hey, creating can be really, really hard sometimes. Actually, I have to show you. I've been playing around with this this planner. I've been using it for Girl in Space, but I don't know if you can see this. It's an author accountability planner. It says, because writing is hard. They just say it right on the cover here. And writing is just such a fun and delightful, paradoxical kind of thing because it's what we love to do and it's super fun, but it can also be really tedious and super hard. And it's all of those things at once sometimes. And that's really hard for us to cram into our brains. Yeah. So yeah. No, Falling Hoshi. Falling Hoshi says, I have a really bad reaction to enjoyment because I feel like trash when I enjoy something that people don't like. And then the reverse. I feel like trash when I don't like something that everyone else does. I never want you to feel like trash, Hoshi. You're not trash. You're a wonderful person. And that's just you having unique tastes and liking what you like. And there's no shame in that. If you are watching The Real Housewives while everyone else is watching Jaws, like, enjoy what you enjoy. Like there's a huge variety of media just for that reason. So I would like to encourage you not to feel like trash. I want to encourage you to just enjoy what you enjoy. Annie says, okay, tea required. Well, I guess tea is required because I'm also having tea. Annie says, tea acquired, honey vanilla chamomile. That sounds beautiful. I don't know what is happening on our street. Just loud noises, apparently. Speaking of multi-projects, unicorns, ghosts, or skeletons. Today feels like a skeleton day, but I will let other people determine that, or we'll just let you determine that. You're not showing off. You're not showing off. First attempt in a long time doing NaNoWriMo. I feel bad. I'm doing better for myself and other people are not, and I'm showing off. I mean, if you're like renting billboard space outside of my window and like you put up this big flashing light that says like, ha ha, Sarah, I've written more words than you have. And like, it like flashes into my house 24 hours a day, then like, okay, maybe that's showing off a little bit. But I think that simply logging your progress in a website that is made for you to log your writing progress in, that's not showing off. I think that I don't know. I'm still working on this myself, but I think there's really something to be said for accepting who you are and where you are and what you like and growing into that. And I know it's hard because it's different from everyone else, but that's what makes you a fantastic creator is you're different and you have a different process and a different perspective, and we need your voice. And that's awesome. T-Bone says, would you ever consider a new podcast game show about writing called Promptity Prompt? You must write something within a time limit. Okay, that's actually really, really fun. I would consider it, but I don't know if I have the spoons right now to produce and create such a thing. But I do love that idea. Yes. JC Fabs is close to 10K tonight. I love it. Working on a short story for 2022. Beautiful. Yes, yes. Yeah. Ooh, I like this. Rebellious Comet says, I think it's a good thing that writing is hard. I wouldn't do it if it wasn't a challenge. I was talking with some friends today over text about how we grow as creators and whether we should want to be comfortable or whether we should want to be constantly challenging ourselves. And it's such an interesting thing to talk about because people get very divided over, well, I want to be comfortable. That's my goal. And then other people say, well, I want to grow and learn, and that requires discomfort. And so it was just a very interesting conversation. Good. Don't quit. Don't worry about finishing. Yes, skeleton unicorns. McMagic says my writer's block started when I reached the end of my first chapter when I was 16. I haven't been able to decide what direction I want to take my novel. I've tried taking it to more sci-fi and didn't like that, so I tossed the chapters. Then I tried to take it to more fantasy, again, didn't like the way it was flowing, so I tossed those chapters. I repeated this process over and over. I always come back to the first chapter. That is very interesting. What is it about the first chapter that keeps you coming back? Is it that you like a fresh start? Is it that there's like a question that's asked that you keep wanting to answer, and that can be, figurative or literal? What is it about that first chapter, or what is it about beginnings that has you coming back? For me, beginnings are fun and easy. And when I get into chapter 2, chapter 3, the difficulty starts increasing because you have a large story. Like you're building a larger and larger structure, but you still have to like keep dragging it through the desert. I don't know where I got this analogy, but like you're trying to drag one building block across the desert. Now you're trying to drag 2 building blocks. Now you've got chapter 3 on there, and it's getting heavier and heavier. And I get that, and it can be frustrating. But I think what it sounds like you're doing is you're discovering who you are as a writer right now. And I think it sounds like you're developing your voice and you're experimenting. And these are all really good things. Like I encourage you to keep writing. Keep writing chapter 2s, keep writing chapter 3s. And what I think you're doing right now, like I said earlier, no word is ever wasted. So even if you are throwing away what you write, you're still learning from it, and you're still developing yourself as a writer and a creator. And this process has lasted 10 years. I don't know if this is encouraging or disheartening, but I've had things that are the same way for me. One of my first novels I worked on for 10 years, and it's still in a drawer here. It's like 30% done. And I started and stopped and started and stopped and rewrote and rewrote. And I know it's frustrating, but I think what's being developed here is you. And that's probably not the answer that you want to hear. But I'm wondering if maybe that's what's happening here. Yay! Honorary Canadian. Might be a little bit much. Definitely is a little much. Yeah. 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 And like Jimmy says, like, release yourself. And I wonder too, if you're holding yourself to that particular story and it's not ready to be written yet, if you want to start some other stories and just play around with those, continue experimenting your way through those, like that's a great option to do. I also am realizing that it's 7:35 and we are eating into our create along time. Um, yeah. Yes. Marissa says, I also had trouble beginning my novel and rewrote it a few times until I realized it just didn't flow well the way it was written in the first perspective. There's so many different things that can fix a novel. Changing the characters, getting rid of characters, adding a plot twist. There's literally an endless list of things. And I think it also helps to know whether you're looking for something. And often when I am writing, and I do discovery or pants writing by the seat of my pants, like it sounds like you do, I'm often looking for something, but I don't know what I'm looking for until I accidentally stumble across it or until my brain accidentally invents it. It's not an efficient way to write, but you do learn a lot about writing and a lot about yourself and a lot about your voice. So I'm just going to keep encouraging you to move forward and experiment. JC Fab says, I have not completed a novel in 25 years. I just can't give up writing. No, I've never completed a novel. I've completed one season that ends on a cliffhanger of an audio drama. Like, that's not why we write. And, Mick Magic, oh gosh, this is a good perspective too. Chris says sometimes the possibility of success can be scary, so we hold ourselves back. Right. I think you need to determine like what it is that you love about writing and what's compelling you about this story. Like when you sit down to work on it, what little piece of your brain is being stimulated like, yes, I want to work on this because of this reason. Because I'm looking to discover something. I want to explore this character's motivation. I want to create this world. Because I just, I feel terrible if I'm not writing, which is for me a thing. Oh no. Okay. Jimmy says half hour Mark wants to know I know and is writing right now. I know. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to go here. So I hope that was helpful. I'd love to continue chatting about this as well. If you're not a member of our Discord already, come join us over on Discord. It's a great community. One of our mods can make sure that you get an invitation to join. It would be lovely to see you there. Oh, good. Okay. That was pretty helpful. Good. I'm glad. I wrote the first chapter in one sitting. It came to me in a dream. Oh, and to me, it's the best I've ever written. Oh, I want the rest of my book to match. It's been disheartening and has made it made it hard to pick up the pen. Oh, then I wonder too if this could potentially be perfectionism, because for me, I finished season 1 of Girl in Space and I felt like it was a done thing. It went well. I was done with it. I didn't want to pick up season 2 in case I ruined the story somehow. And so if it might be perfectionism too, and you just are thinking like, I'm never going to create anything this good again. I might as well stop. And it's up to you. You don't have to keep writing. Like nobody is making you write. But I think that if it brings you joy and meaning, I would absolutely encourage you to keep experimenting. Oh, you guys. You and your, oh gosh, supportive mod ear horns. You're all amazing. I hope you know that. Well, while my beautiful mods are being beautiful mods, I'm going to put up our little banner here that says that we're writing together for the next 50 minutes. The way this works is I'm going to mute myself so that you're not listening to me drink tea and you're not listening to trains go by. And we're just going to work on stuff together. So if you have a poem with you to work on, if you have a short story, if you have a novel, if you want to try tackling chapter 2 here in this creative space with us, we would love to have you. If you are painting, podcasting, quilting, knitting, whatever it is you're doing, you're welcome to join us. And even if you don't feel like you are in a creative space tonight, if you feel like doing something creative would be pushing too far, leading you to burnout, anything unhealthy or negative, please feel free to use this time to recharge. Read a book, stare out of a window, Breathe, meditate, do some journaling, do some doodling, get out your watercolors, get out the Play-Doh, um, whatever it is that you feel would rest and heal your creative spirit tonight. That's what I want you to work on. All right, so we're going to go for the next 50 minutes. We're going to go till 8:30 p.m. Central. So that's going to be 6:30 p.m. Pacific, 7:30 p.m. Mountain Time, 9:30 p.m. Eastern is when we'll stop. And I believe 11:30 a.m. Australian, although we just had a time change and I don't know if you changed time along with us. So if you're in Australia, I can't help you right now, but in a lot of different ways. So yeah, you ready? Deep breath. Make sure you're hydrating. I've got my trusty glass of water over here. Big advocate of self-care. So have some water, have some tea, take deep breaths. Mike, I hope you're having a good drink and a good journaling session. And all right, I'm going to mute myself. We're going to go. Welcome back, writers, creators, quilters, painters, tea drinkers, other people. So yes, hi, welcome back. How was it? If you are in a good place of creative flow, do not let me take you away from that. You can go ahead and mute me or, X out of this, shut down Twitch, Facebook, whatever it is you're using to watch. But for the rest of you, yeet on back to the creative fold here, and let me know, how was that? How was your time? Charlie joined us. Hey. Dahlia's joined us. Hello, I'm glad to see you. Oh, I'm so glad. Augie. Yes. Two full to yes. Yep. Yeah. Dialogue editing is just a lot. It's a lot. Oh, and I'm going to change, since I'm not writing anymore, you might still be. I'm going to put up this little banner here that has where you can find me. I'm at sarahwerner.com. Then if you want to follow me on Twitter and Instagram, I'm just Sarah Ray Werner. I'm pointing to the right thing. There we go. Yeah, just right there. If you wanna come hang out, you can. That's amazing. Eridan says, and suddenly my story turns into a mashup of Hunchback of Notre Dame and Frankenstein. I was not expecting that. Ooh. I love that. I love it when our stories take us places we did not expect. For me, that's like part of the magic of writing, is when your brain just kind of goes on ahead without you. And you're like, okay, I'm on this ride. Good. Falling Hoshi says, words were written. Good. I'm glad. Nice. Skit says I got about 670 words in. That's a lot. My days total is now 2550. Good job. Yes. Rebellious Comet says I made food and ate it. Yay. Don't question the yay. Just yay. Accept the yay. Making food is a creative process. Feeding your body is self-care. You did good. Yes, good. Damien says still going. Gonna finish this Hanapocalypse script tonight. Yes, you are. Yes. Oh, I love that, Damien. Good. Yeah, feel free to mute whatever you need to do to finish your script. Oh, good. Anna's in the flow state. 100 words away from 20,000. That's a big mile marker. Congrats, Anne. Oh, that sounds great, Forsaken. Forsaken Fallen says, I took a nice shower, caught up on my skincare that I've been neglecting, got an early Christmas present from Ben, slapped down 500 words. Yes. I love it. Oh, I love it. Oh, I can't wait. I love all of this. That is fantastic. Now, Tania says, my story is fighting me. I think it's interesting to work through that. And why is it fighting you? And is it fighting you? Are you fighting it? Who's fighting who? Is it really a fight? Are you fighting yourself? Let's just really take a look at what's going on there, and what's the stumbling point there. Like, what is the friction point? Is it, are your characters trying to take the story away from your outline, and are you trying to kind of get them back on track? Is it just not cooperating? Sometimes I feel like my stories are fighting me when I am burned out and tired, and I don't have the mental energy, or mostly the mental energy, to create more. So I'd be curious. Yeah. Good. Annie says, I did not find any skeletons yet, but 400 plus words toward meeting them. I love that. Oh, that's okay, Forsaken. All right, Mike, how did it go? Mike says, after nearly 3 pages of rage journaling, I finally got past what's been bothering me, so it was successful. The whiskey may have had something to do with it. You know what? I don't judge. You do what you need to do to process what you're feeling and to get yourself in a healthier, happier state. So Mike, I'm really, really happy. I'm happy that you had a good whiskey and journaling session. That sounds, wow. Yes. 3 pages. Yeah. It sounds like you just had a lot that needed to be expressed. That's really good. Really good. JC Fabs, good to see you. Those of you who need to head out, please go ahead and do so. This is a really like chill, informal atmosphere, so you can come and go as you want to. It's nice if you want to say like, hey, I'm heading out, you can totally do that. You don't have to. It's completely up to you what you're comfortable with. Okay, Pinball Princess says, I spent my creative bandwidth naming a school mascot. Hey, you know what? If I recall, they got an entire episode of the Magic School Bus out of naming, was it their soccer team? They named them the Butterflies or whatever. That's a thing. It's a thing. That's legit. I get it. Good. 2 meals worth of food. Yeah, you're doing something right. Tim says, did no work, have no regrets. Good, good, good. You need to be kind to yourself sometimes, especially if you've been pushing really hard lately. Ooh, Jimmy says, I wrote another poem because you're amazing. This one doesn't rhyme and is very dramatic, almost mellow. Well, melodrama is in the eye of the beholder, right? That's a thing that we're gonna say now. Jimmy, that's awesome. I love it when you write new things. That just brings me so much joy because I know that it's bringing you joy and I know that it's bringing you meaning in your life. And that's really cool. Thank you for sharing that with us. Ooh, Takara finished that first horror poem. I love to hear that. Good. Yeah. I saw a little earlier in the chat. I don't really do the chat while we're doing create along because I'm like trying to like get my stuff done. But it looks like you had a Scrivener crash and maybe lost some work. So I'm really sorry about that. Meg says, despite the mutiny of my computer, I managed to get a good chunk written this evening. I think I have finished the chapter/section I was working on. Good. What a good feeling. Yes. Good job, Megra. I love to hear it. Charlie has not had time to create along tonight. That is okay. I also realize that we are in different places. We're in different time zones. Like not everybody's time is the same. I know a long time, well, not like a long time ago, but a while back, I was doing like 2 create alongs a week. I was also doing one on Friday because not everybody can make Wednesday work. And I think what I need to do is just one long, eternal create along that no one ever leaves, that everyone can be a part of. But I think that's when we start getting into like weird cult territory. And I don't know if I'm ready for that right now. But yeah, I used to do Friday night streams as well. And they were really great, but I just could not consistently dedicate that much energy to like being on a stream twice a week. Like it just got to be too much for me. So now we're just doing Wednesdays and I'm just hoping that people can make it. Good. Rebellious Comet says, I do feel my cotton candy brain untangling. I'm going to go finish my outline so I can hopefully start Nano while it's still November. Good, good. Good. And there is no pressure, Rebellious Comet. There's no pressure to do anything outside of what it is you want to do. So that's something that I've been wrestling with this NaNoWriMo is like, okay, I don't have to do what everyone else is doing. I can just stay in my own lane and do what I know I need to do. Yes, there's cat hair. I don't know if you just saw that. There's a cat hair that just floated upward. It ascended. I don't even know what anything is anymore. I think I'm tired. It's been a day. Good. Oh, that's awesome. Brock says, I love this ride along. Left early from work to join. Oh my gosh, that's so sweet. Only 150 words, but got some editing done. And 150 words is 150 more words than you had when you started, Brock. So I love it. Thank you for being here. Thank you for saying that. Thank you for joining us. I love it. Yes. Yes, all night live stream. Yes. This is Tim Stauffer. Yes, join my weird cult. Yes, yes. Oh my gosh, I love this Yeet Master. uh, it's not a cult. You know what? I need Jimmy says, Sarah says, that's just crazy, starting to be cult territory. Chat room. Wait, this isn't a cult. I need, you know what I need is I need a cup that instead of not moonshine, it says not a cult. So that it's very clear that we're not a cult. Also make sure you're hydrating. Oh my gosh, what if our cult focused on hydration? That would be a cool thing. I'm so tired. Okay. Yeah, Tania, this is like, yeah. Okay. So Tania says, I'm having a hard time conveying my story, even in a crappy word vomit kind of first draft version. I think I may have to pull out a white piece of paper tomorrow, let go of my narration format, and just type. Oof. I know I have storytelling abilities. They aren't just showing up tonight. Tania, yes. I think of it as like very unreliable superpowers. So like my writing does not always show up when I want it to. Like when time and space align and I have time to sit down at my laptop or with my notebook and I have time to write, it's not always like my brain is not always there. It's not always like in writing space. Sometimes I'm burned out. Sometimes I have a cold coming on. Sometimes I'm just exhausted with life. Do not beat yourself up about it though. Like, do not be too hard on yourself if you didn't create like you wanted to tonight, because you have tomorrow and you have the next day and you have the next day. And I'm not saying that so you can like continue like putting things off, because I don't think that's what you're doing. I just know that some nights are not great writing nights, and it happens to all of us. And whether you sort of believe in like a muse that visits you and sits on your shoulder and whispers things, ideas into your ear, whether you believe you are channeling creativity from somewhere, whether you believe you're all making it up in your brain, wherever you believe that creativity comes from, while you'll never run out of creativity, you will sometimes, unfortunately, run out of energy, because we are human beings and we're not always at the top of our game. So, Tania, thank you for sharing that with us. I hope that you're able to set aside some more writing time either tomorrow or this weekend at some point, and that the words come a little bit easier. Yes. Yes. See, my muse, okay, I always felt like, Aridin, I always felt like I was missing out on something because the muses do not whisper to me. My muse must also be slacking. I don't have a muse who's like, hey, this would be a really great idea for a book, or like, hey, you should do this. It's mostly my brain like tripping and falling over itself, like a hamster who's running in a wheel in my brain, but like the wheel is like very irregular. And so the hamster keeps like missing steps, and it's like just like in this ball, and it's like just flailing in my brain. And there's just constant screaming and welcome to my brain. No, but also that's kind of what it feels like. I like that. Yes, 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 yes. Thank you. Mine needs to say not a cult leader, and you need mugs that say not a cult. Oh my gosh, I really, yes, I love this. I love this. Okay, I need you. Okay, Davis, if you're still here, Damien, please join my hydration cult. Like, I'm just gonna take a sip of water here, because water is good for your brain, and also the rest of you, and also you're mostly water. So it's just like you're replenishing yourself. There's going to be more of you hydration wise. I don't know what I'm saying. Oh my gosh, do not join my cult. I don't know what I'm saying. Oh, Shannon says my muse yells at me. Oh no. Tim says there is no muse. You are the muse. Mm. Mm. Jar Jar Binks fails upward to success, and that's how I get my ideas. I relate to that. I relate to that. Ugh, Muse is super mean to you. Yeah. Yeah, I would like that too. I feel like those muses are like it's more like a cheerleading squad, and like who couldn't use some extra like confidence and I don't know, is it self-esteem? What is that? What is that? Yes, writing is an unreliable superpower. I'm going to post that prominently in my studio. Yes. As long as it's helpful, go for it. Yes. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Tim says go to bed. Okay. Hey, Cass is here. Cass says, "Hi folks, I forgot about the stream because I got sucked into writing." That's a win. Yes. Yes, Cass says, so I'm calling that a win. Definite win for Cass. Beautiful. I love it. Jimmy says 10 minutes ago, Sarah. There is no cult, current Sarah. Definitely join my cult. This is how you know I'm getting tired because I'm starting to reveal the secrets. Yes, the voice of Tim says go to bed. Tim has spoken. All right. Okay. I've had a very long day. I know I alluded to it earlier. There's just a lot going on right now. I've been on the phone a lot of today. Falling Hoshi is reminding me the 2-hour mark is coming up. But I want to let you guys know before I head out that you are just amazing. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. If I haven't said it enough, thank you for being you. Thank you for bringing your true and unique self to this experience. This cult, community would not be the same without you. Seriously, I'm really, really grateful for you. So thank you for joining us. Again, we do these create-alongs every Wednesday night. I had to think about it, at 7 p.m. Central. So we start at 5 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Mountain Time, 8 p.m. Eastern. I don't know why I'm clapping so much, but that is what I am doing. Just thank you for being here. If you want to, you can continue conversations here on Twitch. I think the chat just stays available, or you can head over to Discord. I'm going to go fall down, and it's going to be great. Oh, hey, Yoga Creative. Hi, guys. But yeah. Yes. Lots of clapping for you, because you're awesome. Okay, friends, I'll see you next Wednesday. It helps if I point at the camera. I'll see you next Wednesday. Take care until then. Let me know how you're doing, and we will see you in the chat.